All right, the list is in. The PIP, Player Impact Program. Now remember, this year it was expanded from $50 million to $100 million pot.
How many guys win it?
So this year that was also expanded to 20. However, 23 were paid out.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why. There was 3 extra guys who were paid out. But remember, this is the PGA Tour's program to incentivize, as they say, people who generate the most positive interest in the PGA Tour.
So how do you really win it?
Basically, to be eligible, you have to be active on the PGA Tour. You have to play it in, I think it's 5 events over the last couple of seasons. So you got to be a PGA Tour member. So you know who that means.
Right.
Live guys are out.
Live guys are out.
No chance. And there's a way of paying people who are promoting the PGA Tour. If you want to get specific, the way that these numbers are calculated, it's the Nielsen brand exposure, Google search data, media mentions. There's like a general awareness score, and there's this MVP index. So it gets very detailed. But for all you need to know, it's just basically whoever's in the news the most is getting the most eyeballs on the PGA Tour. So as you can imagine, you know who came in on
Tiger's
top.
never not going to be on top, correct?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way Tiger doesn't end up at number 1 as long as Tiger's
His name is
active,
searched so much forever.
Just Google searches alone, he's going to be. So Tiger's secured. Yep. Number 1 on the list, Tiger Woods, $15 million payout. He takes.
So he's getting a $15 million annuity every year with this PIP.
Yeah, $15 million as part of that $100 million pot. Then it goes Rory McIlroy, number 2, which is not really surprising given the tear that Rory's been on the end.
He's
of the
been in
season.
the news a lot this
Won
year.
the FedEx
He's been
Cup.
vocal with Liv. So it's been the Rory year.
Yes,
that's why number 2.
Number 3, Jordan Spieth, $9 million.
Why Jordan though?
Well, listen to this. This is something interesting. Number 4 is Justin Thomas, $7.5 million. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the match.
The match.
Those are the 4 guys playing in the match this month.
Right.
So
did they get a late charge
from the match? I wonder, because the match also comes with its own social media promotion that goes down. Tiger's sharing it.
So is that
now your
the
name's
incentive
in it
behind when they dropped it, why they dropped it?
To me, I think that at least Jordan got a little bit of a match bump.
Jordan got a huge match bump. Well, who's below JT now? And I'm curious, who'd they jump over?
Okay. John Rahm comes in 5th, $6 million. Obviously, John Rahm's had a huge year.
Been vocal too, a lot.
Scotty Scheffler, number 6, $5.5 million. Xander Schauffele, $5 million. Again, no big surprises here. All guys who've had big seasons and have been in the news quite a bit.
Yeah.
The one who got a huge bump too, Matt Fitzpatrick, $5 million for 8th place. No doubt his US Open win. Because otherwise he's not a guy that I think of makes a lot of noise on
his
social
name was
media.
all over the news for what, a month or so after that. I mean, it was all the match. Yeah, it was the match
exactly.
show. Yep.
Rounding out that top 10, you have Will Zalatoris, another $5 million payout for 9th.
Yep.
Who no doubt was on the tip of everyone's tongues this year, finally getting his first win, knocking at the door a few times in the majors.
Yep.
Will was in the news.
Will was in the news. And don't tell me 10.
You can guess it?
Yeah, it's not Xander. It's not maybe Finau or I'm gonna say Finau.
Tony Finau.
Yeah, there you
Tony Finau, number 10.
I'd say he was talked about.
And he's
a lot.
had an incredible fall season.
Now, where was Homa? He made a lot of noise. President's Cup.
He did. But you know what? Interestingly enough, who landed an 11 spot again this year?
Who is it?
Colin Morikawa.
But he gets something
Mr.
this
11.
year.
He gets
Right,
something this year. So because it's been expanded to 20, now he doesn't fall just short. The jokes that went back and forth last year on Twitter, I remember, were quite funny with him just falling short of that cut line. But he takes home $3 million. Now, remember, all these are great paydays for these guys.
They are, but most surprising name on there for me is Scotty Scheffler, being so low. Wasn't it his year? Wasn't he in the news so much?
He was earlier in the year. But
the Masters...
Yeah, but that's April.
So it kind of fizzles.
I mean, you didn't see him raking in as many wins towards
Player of the year.
But he still takes home $5.5 million. And look, at the end of the day, all this is got to be huge incentive for these guys. And this is what the PGA Tour wants: incentivize them to stay on the tour instead of live.
Yep.
Because this is just imagine that at the end of the year, this type of bonus coming your way. But let's give you the rest of that list. We got number 12, Shane Lowry, $3 million. Kevin Kisner, $3 million for 13th. Max Homa right there, $3 million for 14th. Billy Horschel, $3 million for 15th. So there's no differentiation anywhere in there. You're making $3 million. Then we move into our $2 million. Here's an interesting one. Number 16, Ricky Fowler.
Wow.
$2 million. So Ricky's a little bit of knocking on the door of starting to get back into it. And also at the end of the day, Ricky still has, even if he's not performing on the course, he still has a social impact.
Yeah,
He's
for
being
sure.
talked about.
Yep.
His every move. He got married. Like no, he had a baby.
He had
this
a
year,
baby.
right? So like things like that are going to happen. He's in the news. He's in the Google searches. It's just going to happen. A lot of these guys too, I'm sure, got bumped up that Google search list when people were searching whether they were going to live.
Yep.
Remember the rumors?
The rumors
So
definitely
if
helped
nothing
out.
else, Ricky probably financially benefited from the rumors that he was going to go to live.
From the rumors.
Speaking of rumors, the next two are Australians, Adam Scott and Jason Day, 17th and 18th, each taking home $2 million apiece.
Just like that. Wow.
Right?
They've been pretty quiet with the wins. Sure.
And then another guy who had been very heavily rumored for live, Patrick Cantlay, 19th, $2 million. And another guy, Victor Hovland, number 20, $2 million. Now, there were 3 additional players who were paid out. The reason that they were paid out was because they qualified for the points under the 2023 conditions.
So they just hooked them up.
Criteria. So in 2023, there's going to be another pivot. So they're fine tuning this PIP program as they go. In 2023, there's going to be another one. And I don't know. I kind of read between the lines here. You could call it a little bit of like a conspiracy theorist, but they made it so that they still won something. Hideki Matsuyama, they gave him $2 million. Cameron Young, $2 million. 2 guys who were getting heavily tried to get lured away to live.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right?
interesting.
And the PGA Tour is like, yeah, we'll pay you under the 2023 criteria.
Right.
So those guys each take home $2 million, and Sam Burns is the last guy, takes home $2 million additionally.
Wow.
Because Hideki Matsuyama, Cameron Young, and Sam Burns all would have qualified under the 2023 criteria. So they decided to award them the same payout as players in the 16 through 20 spots. So that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And everyone's always playing for second place, to be honest with you, right?
With Tiger,
I think
there's no doubt everyone's always
I think
playing
they
for
should remove Tiger from the PIP, and the tour should just pay him $20 million a year. Just like, this is for you. You're always going to get it. Everyone else is paying
I just wonder what kind of optics this is going to be on the PGA Tour when the argument that was being made earlier in the season was like, does the tour have more money than it's passing on to its players?
Right.
And they came up with $100 million to dish
Just
out
like
at the
that.
end of the year. Right. So I think there's going to be some cynical minds who are like, listen, all of a sudden you're coming up with some big money. But in a way, they're going to have to if they want to be competitive with the amount of money that Liv is paying out. But you guys let us know what you think about the PIP program. Do you think anybody could ever take that top spot away from Tiger as long as he's active and still playing? I doubt it, but interesting list. There it is.